Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rebel Creatives Podcast. I'm your host, Delano Wallace, and I help creative entrepreneurs increase their revenue using the Rebel Growth System. And in today's episode, I want to talk about how we can build a profitable loyalty system or program for our businesses so that we can increase our bottom line and increase our revenue. All right. So let's dive right into that. Now, why is mastering the art of creating profitable loyalty programs crucial for entrepreneurs, right? And I want you to picture this by creating a loyalty program that resonates with your audience. We're not only fostering customer loyalty, but also unlocking a treasure trove of benefits, right? Um, I want you to think increased customer retention, amplified brand advocacy, and sustainable revenue growth, right? And that's what we do at Publishing Rebel. We're all about helping our clients to push out publish their brand, publish their offers, and publish their own marketing channel. And a part of doing all of that is making sure that you have a strong system of at- attracting your ideal customers and retaining your ideal customers. And there's a thing that we like to say: you don't want to settle with your customers just being satisfied. You want to go the extra mile and turn your satisfied customers into loyal customers. And why? Because when you know your your 20% of customers that are loyal, your 20% of customers that will have your back, they will be responsible for that 80% increase in revenue, up to 80% increase of revenue, or better yet, 80% of all the revenue that your business will be making. So that's why it's so important for your business to make sure that you're finding your 20% that leads to your 80% of revenue, right? Now, unfortunately, right, many of us struggle with loyalty programs because we haven't yet, cracked the code, right? One primary reason is we don't truly understand our customers' needs and preferences, right? But it doesn't end there. We also grapple with lack of personalization, right? The loyalty program normally feels generic, right? Failing to connect with our customers on a deeper level, right? Another thing is complexity. We tend to overcomplicate the reward structures, leaving our customers confused, and as a result, they won't engage with it, right? Because it's too complex. Next is poor communication, right, or inadequate communication. We drop the ball on keeping our audience informed about the program benefits and give them updates and stuff like that. And the next thing is a lack of differentiation, right, or loyalty program blend in with the crowd, right, lacking that unique edge to stand out. But don't fear, because I will be talking about these things and how we can overcome these things in order to build profitable loyalty programs for business, right? And I want you to know that despite these challenges, there's hope. We're gonna shed all of the light on these obstacles, and it's all about equipping you with the tools and knowledge to overcome them. All right, so let's dive right into that. All right, the first step is understanding your audience, and this is where you want to dive into your customer data. You want to analyze their preferences, and you want to tailor your program to their needs, right? And the big example for this is like Starbucks. Their personalized rewards based based on individual purchase behavior, and they create a sense of exclusivity for each customer, right? But If you neglect to gather data and analyze the information that you're gathering, this will lead to generic loyalty programs that fall flat, right? So you want to do some amount of research about your industry, about what your customers like, what they want, what they expect, and then be creative in coming up with something that they will want, that they will fight for, that they will push for, right, in your business. And that is the first step to making sure that your loyalty program is irresistible, right? But then leads to being profitable, right? Now, the next step is you want to simplify the rewards structure. Sometimes we try to overcomplicate things. Um, if you keep it simple and offer clear and attainable rewards that provide immediate gratification, now you're going to start seeing better results, right? And I want you to look at, for example, Sephora Nails. Now, with their Beauty Insider program, they're offering points for every dollar spent, which can be redeemed for a variety of rewards, right? And the next thing is you have to beware though. You don't want to make these rewards overcomplicated, right? Because that will just make things too complicated, right? And just remember that simplicity is key. And the next one is effective communication, right? Because you come up with this loyalty program, you have all these terms and conditions and um, different rules, or just even letting people know what the loyalty program is about, do they do to earn these points, and how do they redeem it. You want to make sure that communication is very, very um, clear. You want to regularly communicate it to make sure, because people may forget, right? And you want to make sure you're having these conversations through multiple channels, right? And you can take a page from Amazon Prime, where they, with targeted email campaigns and personalized recommendations, they're sending these out to their customers regularly, right? So they're keeping the communication open, not only to let them know about what they can gain with the rewards, for example, but as a whole, what they can get from the company, having them be top of mind, as it were, right? So whether it's exclusive access to events, right? The last part is that you want to offer unique incentives, right, to your loyalty program. Um, Make sure that your rewards stand out from the crowd, right? For example, Nike does this brilliantly with their Nike Plus program, offering exclusive member only products and experiences, right? And all of this sounds good so far as it relates to making your loyalty program irresistible. But how do you make it profitable, right? And I want to give an example for, let's say, a restaurant. If you're doing a loyalty program for a restaurant, you want to make sure that you're selecting products that have a high perceived value but a low cost to fulfill. So, for example, if you're a burger shack, right, you wouldn't give a burger as a reward, right? At least not something that any and everybody can just spend on, like, two purchases and then they just get a burger, right? Instead, you would include an appetizer like a fries, a side dish, right? For example, as a reward that people can earn after they spend a certain amount of money. And you can do the math, right? You know your cost, you know your numbers, you know your what your profit margin is. So you know, okay, a person will have to do this amount of purchase or spend before I am able to afford to give away X, right? So these are things that you can put into place when you're coming up with your offer and what you're doing to make sure it's profitable. So, for example, Let's even look at a different example. Like if you are doing a car wash, right? You can make sure that a person can get a free car wash after, say, 9 car washes, right? Based on how much you're charging and your profit margins, you know that, hey, if I am giving away a free car wash after 9, that's no problem, right? To get this customer to be happy and to get something on the house and feel appreciated and wanting to come back and even do enough business with us to earn this again, that is of value and stuff like that. Let me even give you another example for a vape shop, for example. Vape shops are very limited when it comes to how they can do their marketing and stuff like that. And retention is very, very important. So, how do you get the retention is through making sure you have a nice loyalty program. And to make it profitable, you look at your products again and you can say, for example, if a person shops and buy and spends at least say $50 per transaction that they come in and do, and they do this 6 times, they'll get a free value of $50, right? For example. And here's the beauty here and the magic of knowing your customers and their spend habits and stuff like that. For vape shops, a person goes there on average 3 times, right? After that, they will switch and go to another vape shop or they'll just go anywhere, right? Um, if you do a stamp loyalty offer, for example, and you say, hey, I'm going to give you this value after your 6th visit, what you've done there is you've doubled the spending habit, right? A typical customer would only come 3 times. Now you get them to come 6 times. You reward them and you start it all over again and you get them to come in again another 6 times, right? And again, the whole thing about loyalty is about setting yourself apart from everybody else and giving your customers rewards for choosing you. They could have chosen any other business out there. You're not the only restaurant, you're not the only car wash, you're not the only vape shop, you're not the only anything, right? So you want to make sure that you stand apart and you are rewarding your customers for choosing you, not just giving them like a transaction. You don't want the relationship to just be transactional between your customers and your business. You want to be forming genuine relationships, and one of the ways is to reward them when they make that choice to choose you because they didn't have to, right? So you're going that extra mile to give them an extra incentive, right? So that's it, right? If you implement these strategies, you can expect increased customer retention. You can expect amplified brand advocacy, right? You can look to see a sustainable revenue growth, right? And that is why over at Publishing Rebel, we're all about saying, hey, we're going to help you to publish your brand, publish your offer, publish your own marketing channel so that you can increase your revenue by up to 30% or more, right? Because at the end of the day, and what we even love to do with new customers is look at what you're doing now and find room, gaps that are missing that you can take advantage of in your business to increase your revenue without relying on ads, without relying on third party marketing channels like, say, Facebook, right? Instagram, or whatever. Instead, you're going to get a marketing channel built just for you that you have control over, that's going to push your brand out there, and that's going to make a lot of persons see your offer and choose to do business with you, all right, and give you that control that you need in your business, right? So that's it for me. And today is Monday, April 1st. So happy Easter to everybody that's listening. It's time to unleash the power of your loyalty program, right? And revolutionize your business. So take all of these tips, implement it in your business, right? If you want help, because again, what we do, We do it a little bit different. We give you all the tools, the support, the help that you need to really do things effectively and efficiently and in a way that is different from everybody else. So if you're even remotely interested in how you can build a profitable loyalty program for your business, reach out, check out publishingrebel.com, get on board for our free strategy session, 30 minutes, just 30 minutes of your time. Check based on availability. If we're available, hop on a call with our team. We'll get to know more about your business. We'll get to understand your goals. And with that, we'll give you our recommendation of what to do. And if you love the plan, if you love the strategy, if you see where it can work for you, then we implement. And once we implement, our guarantee is that you make more than what you spend with us. And if not, we'll work with you closely to make sure that you do. And you don't have to spend more money until you've gotten that first initial return on investment, because that's what we do. And that's what we're all about. It's about helping you to grow and increase your revenue, not to be a liability, but an asset in your business. All right. So stay rebellious, my friends, and until next time, Delano signing out.